Hello my friends and welcome back. It's Tuesday, so happy Tuesday to you. Today I want to give credit where credit is due. Did you know that, according to different estimates, up to 1/5 of the entire Ukrainian army is made up of women? 20%. Different estimates, different numbers, 15 to 20%. That's 60, 70, 80,000 women serving in the Ukrainian army. Why these numbers vary is because we don't have the exact estimate of the size of the Ukrainian army and we don't have the exact percentage. But women do serve because Ukraine as a country, as people, is under attack and they fight for survival. It is women who also fight for that survival. So in this video, we will focus on women in the Ukrainian army. But before we go, my friends, I want to show you art wine from Bakhmut. Only a handful of these bottles were saved just before Prigozhin and his goons entered Bakhmut cellars and took the rest of them. So you can get it. Links in the description below. Go and get yourself a real wine from Bakhmut, art wine, my friends. And immediately, let's open up from 3rd Assault Brigade. This video comes from July 2024. It's a female fighter carrying a GoPro on his helmet, and I think she's a medic. Let's see how she does.
Все, взяла воду і цинк. І собі бика.
These trenches have taken quite a hit, I can see already.
Та, блядь, а як же без неї?
Да, блядь, she... Да похуй. She speaks calmly, but kind of, you know, she speaks the words, you know what I mean? It's... she speaks more bad words than the guys here.
Пішли.
And you can hear the bullets going over her head. I mean, the 3rd Assault Brigade, they're one of the best assault units in the entire Ukrainian army. They're right in the thick of it, and she is right there with them. And these bullets, they're flying over them. There was a burnt dude right here. So, it's a weird thing to say, but I gotta say it. She got balls. More than some dudes. And jumps into the trench away from the fire. Her comrades do the same. Now she fires back and no problem.
Можливо, вже більше ніколи не побачу.
Like a moment ago they were taking bullets, taking hits, and now they're just joking around like there's nothing. Shows you the heavy contrast.
Я як Джон Вік, перетворюсь, що я не помітила. І мене дрон не побачить.
And now they are filling up the mags, and boom, there is an artillery hit. A lot of dust goes up in the air, and you can see her bullets are buried in the dust now. But there's no worry about that because she is wielding a Kalashnikov, which is fine with all that dirt, no problem with that. But she literally takes the bullets from the dirt, puts them into the mag, puts the mag under, and now she begins to fulfill her medic tasks. See, there's a hit somewhere in this leg, but you cannot really tell where it exactly comes from. These hits are extremely dangerous because, I mean, the artery goes through the thigh, right? If you hit that even a little bit, real bad on the front. So she's trying to find out if there's a bleeding in other places except this patched up place next to the butt, for example. If there is, because if there is, you might not see it, but the guy will pass out in 2 or 3 minutes, and that's it. And there's a tourniquet here, and she tried to find out if there's bleeding above the tourniquet, because if there is, you gotta get that guy right now away from the front. As you can see, the dugout is burned inside, so this dugout has taken multiple hits previously. And now she's taking care of another soldier. I'm not going to show it. There's, you know, quite a lot of blood. But I got to say, this female fighter, she's called Diana. She's got balls of steel, much more than any man I know on the front. Well done. Credit where credit is due, a brave woman. Now let's go back 10 years, even more actually. We go to 2014. This is the earliest video I got. And this woman is called Masha. Now she is manning a checkpoint. Womaning a checkpoint between Donbas Oblast and Dnipro Oblast. In 2014, when Russians support the separatists, well, she's on the right side of history, making sure those separatists don't go into her land. Should I take off my mask? Whoa! God, you're so young. And so pretty. There's nothing special about it when you're a soldier. For how long have you been here? Like here? Well, I mean in general in the battalion. 2 months. Masha, how do you feel here? Do you feel this is your calling? Yes. I mean, is this your calling? Look at that smile. She is where she belongs to. She wants to fight for the Ukrainian culture, language, freedom and land. Well, she's doing that right now in the border of Dnipropetrovsk and Donetsk Oblast, holding back the orc forces. Brave woman. Well done, Masha. And she's so happy. Look at her. Look at her shining. I'm always glad to see these kind of videos. Now we go back to now, December 2025. I bring you a fighter, a female fighter from the Azov Regiment. And she opens up how she has shifted away from her older friends, old female friends ever since she joined the Azov, because the priorities are so different. And I'm sure, whatever, you're a man, you're a woman, it doesn't matter. You go to any military in the world, you get the training, you get the experience, it kind of grows you. It changes you. The difficulties, they change you inside and out. It might be sometimes hard to connect to your older friends. Maybe you don't connect anymore at all. Not older friends, but old friends, like from the old you. The new you has gone through struggles, pain, experience, stress of battle. Perhaps you have lost friends, you have lost people you love, and those back in home, perhaps they have not gone through that. So it's a very common experience, not only with Ukrainian fighters, but with Americans or Germans or anybody who has gone through military. I just had a friend, I stopped talking. Well, it's a bit confusing with the subtitles, but she's talking how she called her friend back in whichever city her friend was in, a civilian, right? A young woman, a civilian girl, just riding a taxi in a city in Ukraine somewhere while she's at the front. I called her. I say, well, you donated blood for a boy born in 2006. He had an amputation, it happened at the front, he got his leg amputated. So she's telling what happened to her friend at the front. And I say, he didn't survive. She accidentally disconnected there, like the phone disconnected accidentally. I heard that she was responding to my conversation. That is, she heard everything I told her. I'm sorry this is confusing, but the point comes through very soon. Then she called back. The woman called back. The call disconnected. Yada yada. But this frontline girl was telling her friend how she saw a man getting both legs amputated, like sharing her experiences. And she called her back to the front and said the taxi driver just stopped 500 meters farther than where I ordered, than the spot I marked. At that moment, I just realized, like, she just doesn't care. She goes on about like how war is cool and that. Like, I want to go to fight because it's cool. Just because it's cool. War is not cool at all. War is a terrible thing when you actually see, like right in front of you, people are dying in the epicenters. that leaves a scar on you. Absolutely. And that also gives you the motivation to move on. And I just want people not to romanticize war. This is terrible. It's wrong. It should not exist at all. People are just fools, that's it. I agree with her so much. I mean, our society, ever since the fall of the Soviet Union, the Western world has lived in relative peace. And we have all these movies, all these games, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all these endless war games, endless war movies that romanticize these battlefield moments. It's not romantic in any way, it's not cool in any way, it's not awesome in any way. If you have been in the military training or combat service, you have lost, you have lost somebody you love. It might be cool up until that point. You're actually going through it, you're training with the friends, it's all cool. But if you lose somebody, that feeling, you just lost somebody. I mean, how cool the training was, whatever experience that was, if you lose somebody, it's not cool anymore. That's where the pain hits. And you cannot take that away, you cannot drink that away. So yeah, I mean, romanticizing the war, I'm not about that. I don't like it, I don't agree with it, I don't think we should do it. So, for this next video, it comes again from December, this year, December 2025. And I bring to you a woman who brings flowers to her man in the front. It's the opposite, usually the man brings the flowers to the woman. But the man is on the front, he cannot get away from the front. They're given sometimes a few days near to the closest frontal city. In this case, it's Kramatorsk, so the man gets away to go to Kramatorsk, which is like 10-15 clicks from the front at that time. So the woman surprises him. It's just such a heartfelt video. I want to share it with you. I bought the freshest flowers in Kramatorsk to surprise my love tomorrow when he comes back from his position. These are for you. Look, I'm sorry, the guy is so big, has a massive beard, he's like, whoa, I'm a unit, I'm a soldier, I'm a cubicle. And the wife brings him flowers. It's so right, it is. I mean, this man is defending the entire land and families and doing everything for the country. It's only right that he gets the flowers. I know this video was supposed to be about the women, but hey, it's... No one ever gives me flowers, and I've never given you flowers either. Thank you. They smell the same, but somehow different. I don't even know how to feel in the moments like this. It's something unusual, something really lovely. And look at the shine in his eyes. I mean, this unit, he's just came back, killed a Russian occupier yesterday. Today he gets flowers from his woman. There's a shine in his eyes, a big beard, bushy, dude, fighter. But this is what it is. This is life. This is what I would romanticize. Not the war itself, but the fact you have close ones to fight for. And they bring you flowers. That's nice. Slava Ukraini, Zabera Mohu, my friends. That's so beautiful. Now, my friends, I want to show you a story of a gritty Ukrainian grandmother. She is strong. She is 98 years old. I kid you not, 98. And she walked 10 kilometers to get to the Ukrainian side. I guess the front line was getting close and she finally left her home to go to somewhere safer. And 10 kilometers she walked. Under Russian fire, artillery fire. Let's watch her story. It's truly heartwarming. 98-year-old woman from Donetsk Oblast left occupied territory. Everything is upside down. I lived through that war and I'm going to live through this war. I am left with nothing. When I stood up, a tree was uprooted. I laid down twice and rested. I would fall and then get up and walk slowly. She is a strong woman, 98. She lived through Holodomor in the 30s when Stalin starved millions of Ukrainians, trying to kill them off from the planet. That was one of the worst man-made famines in history. It was a genocide. She lived through that. Then she lived through the Second World War. Then she lived through the Soviet times. And now Russians attacked again. I mean, you look at the story of this brave Ukrainian woman, it's incredible. The strength of this nation, my friends, it's a video for the women, but it's also a video for the strength of the Ukrainian nation. It's really difficult to put into words, but I think these videos do it better than I could. And I want to end this video with, we went 98 years old, brave Ukrainian grandmother to the youngest Ukrainian female fighters. These girls are sisters and they're like 22, 23, something like that. One of them has 2 daughters already. One of them doesn't have children, I guess, but they are talking about something so human. How, obviously, you look at them, they're very good looking. Look at them. Obviously, you're gonna see the video also. So they're saying that they're getting some mean comments about being good looking in the war, about how their hair is good and how their nails are done, like they're being a little bit bullied online because of that. And it's just so human. I want to share that with you. Let's watch it. It triggers me when people don't understand that we also, even though we serve, we're still girls. We want to look after ourselves. We also look after ourselves. I mean, look, like she is a damn model, right? She's so beautiful. And I guess, people can't handle that. Oh, you're beautiful, you're not supposed to be in the war, then why are you doing there, you privileged, pretty, long-haired woman? I don't know, but they get mean comments because of it. I don't understand it. Why not say nice things to her, huh? I would say nice things to her. Be beautiful, to do a bit of makeup, to have nice hands, nails, hair. Well, like it's normal, because I'm a girl, she's a girl. We want to be beautiful. And when she's at the position, she's talking like any girl. She can't even wash for a week and so on. She's naturally, she washes, she does her hair. When she's back home, she wants, or back in the barracks, she wants to look good. She washes, does her hair nicely, puts on makeup, because, well, you need to. Needs to be done. Need to rest mentally. And when people write to you that, oh, with nails like that and something else, so what is it to you? Huh? We're here, you're there, well, and also, like, it's really upsetting when it's written by men who have never, would never come here voluntarily. Yeah, I gotta like bring out that fact that any kind of woman, whatever kind it is, like very heavy makeup or no makeup, but it doesn't matter. It's a woman in the army. She's there voluntarily. Men have to serve. They go there voluntarily, and they're women, so they're already at a disadvantage going to, like, supposedly a man's field and going there voluntarily, taking that step. A man has to go. So there's a difference there. So in my eyes, if you take that step voluntarily, you're braver in my eyes. There are, of course, many men who do that voluntarily, but to do that voluntarily as a woman is on another level, for me at least. I don't know, maybe they're just jealous of girls. I love how like a kindergarten is this kind of a topic, like maybe they're jealous of girls, like you men jealous. It's such a kindergarten topic, but it's how it is. We're all humans. And it's such a real topic. There's no romanticizing about it at all. Women want to do their hair even at war. Some girls, right? Well, much braver than men. I don't know why that is. But it also really hurts when it's written by a soldier who's sitting somewhere 20 kilometers from the front. I'm telling you, some rocket flew past him once, and that's it. I fought, I fired, and I am, like they're talking Ukrainian, they say you are sitting, but they mean I am sitting somewhere on Pokrovska, there somewhere, a dozen of you in the basement, where there's nothing at all. Excuse me, you can't wash, nothing. You can't.
їж
You eat the
одне
same
і те ж
thing
саме. І
every
потім
day.
ти реально, ти хочеш
And honestly, you really want to go home.
ти хочеш прийняти гарячу
You
ванну.
want to take a hot bath.
Хочеш, то що, по-перше, мені 23 роки тільки.
I'm only 23. She's 23. I know what girls in the 23 in the West, in Kyiv even. I know. I've seen the streets. They go to clubs. They have fun. They do the nails. They go to Tinder dates. They do what 23-year-olds do. You know how 23-year-olds are. These girls are 23. They look good. They could get any man they want, but they're fighting on the front voluntarily. That's what I want to bring the focus to. These are brave girls.
Я молода. І не буду
I'm young. I'm not going around all scruffy.
По-друге, в мене
Second,
двоє дівчат.
I have two girls, daughters.
Типа,
You know,
і щоб вони
and I want them to see that their mom isn't all messy.
Ой, в мене мама така замухришка і соромлива.
It's funny a bit just to see that this is even a topic that girls are not supposed to look pretty. I know, United States Marines, for example, it's a very heavy on the body. There's less women in the Marines than in the Army. There's less women in the Army than in the Navy of the US, and then in the Air Force there's most of them. I know some physical tasks it's just too much. Sometimes it is, but in the Ukrainian army, there are so many positions that can and need to be filled by women. Anti-air defense crews, for example. You don't need to carry that heavy rifle. You gotta point a gun that is mounted. You don't gotta carry. You can do that. And the man who would do that can now go to the front and fill that position. Women can do so much in the Ukrainian army in this specific war. So much. Doesn't have to be a man at all. And they can do it, and they can also take care of their hair if they want to. It's not like you would think they need to be bald shaven, or if they cannot look or do that, they cannot be there. No, they can do the nails, they can have their hair, and they can shoot down the Shahed drones. That's what they do. I have some good videos for next time for you. The second part will also come because I have so many videos. A video of a kindergarten teacher shooting down Shahed drones with double-mounted Maxim machine guns, which are 100 years old, and just like, I'm a kindergarten teacher, ratatata. You know, I got stuff like that coming your way. So, this is it for this video, but it's so good of a topic. There's one more Ukrainian women in the army edition coming up. But now, my friends, Christmas is coming up. You want to surprise your woman for Christmas with a wine from Bakhmut? Art wine, Brut Rosé, get the Flamingo edition. This is our cooperation. Only a handful of them left in the world. Links in the description below. My friends, after Ukraine wins the war, most things can be rebuilt, but there are things that are gone forever. Let me guide you through a piece of Ukraine's history that is now lost. Hidden 236 feet beneath the ancient ground of Bakhmut hides a secret. The world's deepest wine cellar. This was the birthplace of art wine, crafted using techniques passed down through generations. Art wine is not just a sparkling wine, it's a rare piece of history. On 24th of February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, and for a whole year, brave Ukrainian troops defended Bakhmut in the bloodiest battles of the entire war. But in March 2023, Prigozhin, with his Wagner group, entered the city. The home of art wine fell into the hands of the invaders. Wagner forces did not hide their presence. You can see the officer not believing his eyes. What a treasure they just stumbled upon. Art wine sparkling wine ages for years, and throughout that process, classical music was playing. To the amazement of the occupiers, it was still playing by the time they set their foot into those cellars. You can hear it for yourself. Listen. Not long after that, the leader of the Wagner group, Prigozhin himself, strolls around the cellars admiring the riches of the Ukrainian culture. Prigozhin, in the midst of stealing the bottles, decided to mock the Ukrainian women on Women's Day and wrote a greeting on one of the boxes while his crew was loading the sparkling wine to be taken away. It seemed as if this piece of Ukraine was lost. But it was not so. Just before the city fell, the bravest of men, risking their lives, smuggled out some bottles and they were sent to the US. These last bottles from the cellars of Bakhmut carry the bravery and resilience of the Ukrainian troops who defended the city. Some to the very end. Today, in 2025, Ukraine is holding, innovating, creating their own missiles and hitting Russia back. This innovation shows in the Flamingo missile, pink, like the Brut Rosé sparkling wine from Art Wine. While the Flamingo destroys Russian oil refineries, these last Art Wine bottles wait for someone who cherishes their story. This is you. You have seen the suffering and resilience of Ukrainian people, so it is only right that you get the chance to own this piece of Ukrainian history, the last of its kind, a sparkling wine that will never exist again. I am working together with Art Wine to get you these last bottles, and only you can get the Rehi Flamingo Special Edition. There is even a flamingo sticker on the bottle for you. There is no better gift than this Flamingo sparkling wine. With it, you gift a piece of Ukrainian history and resolve. If you are looking for a meaning in a gift, well, here it is. This is the gift to someone you love. Get these very last bottles from Bakhmut at shop.artwine.com/products/flamingo. For now, these bottles cannot leave the safety of the United States, so only US orders are accepted. A once-in-a-lifetime chance to own or gift a piece of history that will never be made again. Slava Ukraini, my friends.